Hey guys, I am not going to be looking at you while I do this video because I am driving. But I can definitely talk and drive because I do that all the time on my Bluetooth. So I wanted to do a little video today about just using our kids as an excuse. I was talking to a friend of mine today about that. And I feel like people use kids, well, parents, moms especially, use kids as an excuse of why they can't do things. What, buddy?
Mommy,
What, love?
you need a cookbook.
I need a cookbook?
You cook something, you need a cookbook.
That's right, you need a cookbook when you cook something. Sometimes. So, so I just wanted to kind of maybe make you think about using our kids as an excuse. And that goes for everything. Like, I feel like so many times I hear women share things with me and how they really need a change in their health and fitness and they really want to feel better, but they don't have time and they're not willing to put themselves first. They don't have time because their kids are involved in all these sports, or they're at home with the kids and their kids are little and they can't fit in a half an hour during their day or whatever. But I feel like we use it as a cop-out. We use our children, our family, as a cop-out of why we can't live our best life. Why we can't give ourselves 30 minutes every day and work out, or why we can't eat healthy because our kids are picky. So it's like any excuse we find, that's what we use. And I want to put a stop to it. And also not only our health and fitness, but our goals in life, you know. And I'm not going to be reading these, obviously, you guys, because I'm driving. But I feel like there's so many times coaches will ask me, like, how'd you do it? How'd you grow? How'd you build a business when, you know, you have a family and you're working and all these things? And I'm like, I did it because of them. I didn't use them as an excuse of why I couldn't do it. Every morning when I woke up, I thought about, okay, my children, and I thought about being there for them and being able to, you know, be a mom that's home. And that's what I wanted. So I couldn't use them as an excuse of why I couldn't get crap done, why I couldn't get my butt out of bed earlier because I was tired. That wasn't an excuse. Like, how could I say that? And I think about it now, and I'm like, if we are very purposeful with our time and organized with our time, that's why I do run like the Miracle Morning groups and stuff like that, then we can do that. We can grow a business. We can get our health and fitness situated. We can reach our goals in that area by not pulling away time from them, by not taking away time from our family. But we do have to be focused and purposeful, and a lot of times we're not. So that's when our families do have a problem, when we're on our phone all the time, or when we're not paying attention to our children because we have our phone in front of our face. Well, that's on us. Right? And there's times where I'm like that and I have to check myself. It's like, Tara, were you purposeful during your work time? Because obviously you were not if you're still doing that, if you're on your phone and you're putting your phone in front of your kids. I don't want to be that way. I'm obsessed with my kids. I'm obsessed with my family. They are my number one priority. So think about that. Think about what you're wasting your time on and how you can fit in small bits of time. Maybe you only have 15 minutes certain times a day. Well, you can get a 45-minute and workout in during your day if you have 3 15-minute pieces. What, honey?
I'm still hungry.
You're still hungry? Well, you just had a lollipop. That's not gonna. And buddy, you just had lunch. Like, you shouldn't be hungry.
Mommy, I have another snack.
No, you're not having another snack. I'm like the snack machine. All day, every day. Seriously. He's not hungry. He's not. He's really not. He's lying. So I just want you guys to really think about how you can organize your day. If you need help with it, read the Miracle Morning. That will help. Okay. Prioritize your time. And another key thing that this can be life-changing for you. This might be a little bit to think about though. Say no to other things that aren't helpful to your key priorities. Okay. So,
Mom,
yes, honey.
I tell her.
Okay. Well, we'll have something quick when we get home.
Okay, well, you do so.
No, you're not watching a little show. No.
Why?
We're going to have a quick little snack when we get home. So, 3 priorities, your top priorities, what are they? Think about this. Obviously, if you have a family, that's going to be 1. Okay? What's the second one? Maybe it's your health. Because that really should be up there. Really should. And the third one could be your job. It could be your business. It could be God. It could, whatever is important to you. When people are asking you to do things in your life, do they coincide with your 3 priorities? So for example, I'm going to give you an example. Chalene Johnson. I love this example, even though it's very ballsy. He has headphones on. She doesn't go to baby showers unless they're very close family members or very close friends, because she is so busy with her 3 key priorities, which is a family, her business, her millions of businesses she has, that she cannot take any time during the weekend away from her family unless it has to do with her key priorities. So that's what I want. And I don't mean to be that extreme, but when you think about, when I think about business trips, I'm asked to do a lot of business trips. I'm asked to go on a lot of business trips. And I have to think about it. Okay, is it going to help my key priority? Is it going to further my own business without taking away from them? Because yes, you do have to do things where you're going, I have to do business trips, but a lot of times they're going to further my business, right? They're set up with my key priorities. They're in line with my key priorities. So what, PTO, all of those things, there might be one thing that you can be involved in to help your key priorities, like your children's lives, their school lives, but you don't have to say yes to them all. And if you're putting them before your own health, you're doing everyone a disservice. Every single person. My phone is going to because of the service here. But you are. If you cannot be at your best, and I'm not saying perfection. I'm not saying perfect body, perfect everything. No, I'm saying feeling good, having a good bill of health with the doctor, and being at a weight that you're comfortable with, that you have energy during the day, and all those things. If you can't do that, then you're doing everyone a disservice. So it has to be up in your key priorities. Your health, your family's health has to be one of those key priorities. And if you are running around like a chicken with her head cut off and your kids are in millions and millions of activities, well, then you might want to really think about that. You might want to think about that, because I'll tell you something. Think about, and I'll leave you guys with this, looking back on your life. And I think about this all the time. And I was just talking to another coach about this. Do my kids really, am I going to look back and am I going to say, wow, I really wish I worked harder. I really wish I spent more time at the office, or I spent more time on those business trips, or I really wish that I, spent more time working. No, I'm going to say I really wish I spent more time with my family, with the people that I truly love. I really wish that I spent more time, I had more life to live with them, and I felt good, and I was able to experience life with them. And in order to experience life with your family, you need to feel good. You need to have good health, right? So think about that when you are adding so much to your to-do list, when you are adding so much to your family's to-do list, when your kids are in all these flipping activities. Is it necessary? Is it really necessary? I'm going to want to spend more time with my kids, and I want my kids to want to spend more time with us. They're going to be in college. They're going to be gone doing 50 million activities on their own someday. This is such a sacred time to not be stressed out running all over the place. I refuse, I'm sorry, and I might offend some people, but I refuse to sign my kids up for everything under the planet. They can pick one sport a season. I know I'm going to be busier when they're older, and I know they're going to really find things that they truly love, but they're not going to be involved in everything. They're going to have to pick and choose like we have to pick and choose what's in line with their key priorities. I'm going to teach them that from the beginning. Like, they're going to have to choose that they can't do it all. Because what happens when you do it all? Your health decreases, everything decreases, you're not your best self. You can't give 100% in all of those areas. You're stretched beyond your means, and I don't want to have them live a stressful life. Yes, they're going to be stressed at times, but their whole life doesn't need to be high stress. So then they're on medication at a young age and all that. You know, that whole 9 yards of living in our society of, you know, being pulled in a million directions. I'm putting a stop to that. And I could go on and on, but I'm not going to go on and on. So that's all I have to say for today, but learn to say no. And to say yes to those important things. So say no to things that really aren't going to matter aren't going to matter at all. And say yes to the things that do matter. And that is your health, your family, and maybe it's your business or your church or whatever that is. But you don't have to